Snapfire, right? All those heroes are something he likes to abuse a lot, and he knows how to like take the objective quickly and then go help the rest of his lanes. I feel like the offlaners that have, say the Tide Hunters, the Magnuses, these more classic ones that are more about the team fight in the mid game, he plays them well, right? But he's really very much a bully offlaner. He's a Mar before a Mar was a thing, right? Except that he plays heroes that are weaker laners and stronger at that 6 peak, right? So we'll see how that works out for them. I do think this is, again, beastcoast favorite, like you said. I think they figured out a good strategy. But there's also a lot of depends on how strong the Timbersaw Sacred is.
And I think beastcoast, they can't really lose focus in these team fights. It's only game 3 of their best-of-3 series. They didn't have to play the earlier best-of-3 series that Thunder had to. But getting on top of Dazzle in these fights is perfect. That's a quadruple Avalanche here, and they're actually trying to focus on that K1, and with the last bit of damage here, Sacred does manage to snipe First Blood away from Stinger, who is going to be able to return the favor onto Matthew. So advantage here for Thunder, as they do get the bonus onto Sacred, and maybe even a +1 as Stinger in trouble. The body blocks coming in now, and that is likely to be another kill here at this time.
Nice.
Going on over towards Pakaz.
Well played, Thunder. Yeah, we've talked about the importance of Tiny this matchup. Tiny just seems like a really, really strong hero. I think SA teams are still the best teams that utilize in the Tiny, especially as a 4 position. And the fact that they're just underestimating it, I mean, I get the Abaddon ban, all things considered, seeing the Venom, right? But I still feel like Tiny's not given enough respect in these matchups. I think he's been pivotal in every single match. Last game, even though they cancelled him, it was more because the rest of the team did badly, more than the Tiny doing badly. That new Avalanche just looks a little bit too strong. That said, I do feel like he's not going to accomplish much in the lane this time, but he can go help the Alk a little bit. Maybe that Kamau wants to consider a point of the stun, just so Tiny can actually gank him. There's good chances. He literally tossed Veno into the Alk, and he can't do much.
Mid lane, I feel like this first block might be important here, considering the matchup. Under tower.
Did he purposefully miss it?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I also feel like it's kind of important. Right, free lane for the Kamau, I suppose.
Looks pretty good for him. Of course, Dark Mago would have had the vision a bit earlier there, so he could have chose to stop blocking, so it feels like Dark Mago thought that was advantageous, is my thought process there, by the way that Mago played that towards the later block.
I think he's correct about it as well, because Venom sucks at last hitting on our tower, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he's gotten 2 last hits out of the 4. Not that great. Yep. And Dark Mago actually got the other 2 denies, right? That's kind of wild. Yeah. No, I think he only got 1. The other one's a ward. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Not sure. I don't think he denied any wards. Not sure though.
Oh, okay. But anyway, the point is that's bad. That is bad for them. Oh, okay, lag.
Like, come on, guys. I'm lagging. Pause the game. We'll be right back.
All right. Okay. I'm not sure. I mean, Chris Luck is a very good Venomancer. I think the reason why he's a good Venomancer is because remember, he reminds me a lot of the MP Phoenix guys, right? It's like, I don't need to learn to lane, I just need to do what's right after I get the levels, right? Which is set up a bunch of Plague Wards and be a huge threat no matter what. Very much the caveman Dota style, they called them.
The issue I could see here potentially is that with even just like some casual points in Plague Wards, if you don't like start tanking them up, Alk will CS those for bonus golds.
Sure. That's all you have to. It's very important to not summon Plague Wards at level 1 this lane, I would say.
Yeah, you got to.
Unless you summon him high ground, it's fine.
Yeah. Make him pay the price for it. Speaking of pain, decent Timber Chain there, and an even better telekinesis to cancel the damage that had already been done to Ector here.
I just don't think this matchup is Ursa favorite anymore.
Explain your thought process, because Alvo, to me, as a Guardian caster, chatter, I think I see Fury swipes into Timbersaw. I see repositioning spell on Rubik and Overpower, and I think very good.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically it's good, right? But the Timbersaw, just every time he escapes, he's going to deal damage to your Ursa, right? And so, of course, you can time the telekinesis perfectly, but that's assuming that the Timbersaw is also ignoring your rules.
Sector dead, by the way?
No, not yet. But it's close, though. Timber Chain's available. He actually went for the... Oh, wow. He went for Whirling Death and Timber Chain. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's the way you play this matchup. Like, you can... There's 2 ways to play the Ursa matchup. You either cut lanes with Golden Reactive Armor, right? Or you play the lane like you do here, and the damage that Ursa eats in this matchup is too high. The problem with this as well is that the salves got nerfed, right? So now Ursa has to buy his own salves, or you have to give him tangos, which sucks, honestly, to get him healed up.
I don't like this. Dark Mago bullying C-Smile. Of course, C-Smile not coming with that built-in damage block that melee heroes do. Doesn't want to see us under tower.
Because he sucks at it, because he sucks no base damage.
And yeah, Dark Mago's like, God. Don't mind if I do. Hey, that's the perfect camp that I'm looking for.
That's actually such a clever way to play this lane.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to see this in the mid lane Hulk matchup.
Yeah.
So this is what Timberstock can do as well, by the way. And this way he gains stacks and prevents Ursa from being too impactful. And I will think this lane... I mean, I don't think it's like Timber favored, you know? He'll get maybe a kill early and then eventually Ursa will take over. Once he gets 6 on Timber, you kick him out regardless. And I don't think Ursa is a great hero recovering in jungle.
No, I'd say he isn't. Unless Sabo, you build the Battle Fury, which of course this game is much too slow against an Alchemist.
Let me see. Is he actually Ring of Health is queued?
A little bit of a drum roll, please, and there it is.
It is. I told you. Like, he's never considered in his life, is this too slow?
Oh, I was just about to click for that kill top lane, but I did miss it. Shame on me.
Hector's dead, though.
Hector,
That's more important.
Might get away. Good telekinesis. Matthew, no toss, no avalanche, but he is... yeah, the trees are not your friends. Nope. Even though they do give you a nice scratch on the back, the scratch from Whirling Death cuts a bit deeper.
I think Matthew
Sacred is about to show you.
Okay, we have Magic Stick in a second. Is that enough to get the Whirling Death up? No! Timber Chain?
Oh,
and
nice.
they got it.
Yeah, very well done.
This is not Ursa favored. Like, it really isn't. If you're a good Timber Star, you know how to play this matchup.
I mean, what do you got to do to Timber Chain to nerf it more? A little
No,
bit
I don't think it's that big a deal. I just think that, like, you're not supposed to win lane against Timber. Period. You know, with your carry, sorry.
Okay.
Like, I feel like most people are looking at this matchup wrong because you pick up a carry to beat the Timber, and the heroes that beat Timber are the supports.
The supports. That's what my thought process has been when like not like Manta Shard Axe, not that Axe, of course, that was a different beast. But when like regular Axe was kind of a bit of a monster,
yeah.
You know, you pick Lich against him. You just absolutely take a dump on his laning stage with the support.
Lich, Viper, Ancient Apparition, like these heroes destroy Timber. I don't know why people are like, oh, I'll pick Monkey King into. I don't care. I'll break your tree.
And again, the AA, I mean, of course, Beast Coast, they had picked their supports early. But that would have been a good pick for them, the AA here this game. Hindsight 2020, of course.
He really wanted the kill against Spando. Whisper will
get it. Get that one either. Nope.
Nice salve.
Yep.
Whisper could have gone a little bit further, but he decided against it. A Stinger does down in the bottom lane. Sacred now could be potentially in trouble, but they're playing this lane really well.
He's going to turn back. I think he's going to go in. No, he doesn't have mana for it.
Not that wild.
And there's a TP from Gojira.
Do not kill yourself, Sacred. Okay, there's a salve. I think, is that his own?
No. That was not.
Okay, so that's a trash salve then.
I mean, still the healing's okay. You can get him in lane, right? He just needs to get enough HP to start stacking up the reactive armor again.
There's the bracer they love so much on this Timber, so. I mean, I guess the Ursa I like it.
Makes him an even bigger lane bully, doesn't it?
Yeah. I need to see if Amara is also building it. I'm curious, because he is the king of lane bullies.
Yeah, he is, absolutely. For sure. If he sees a Timbersaw build he does not like, he simply turns off the stream. He doesn't want it. He doesn't let it poison his mind.
No, I agree. Bottom once again, they're going for a kill. Gojira is like, all right, I'll take over this lane now, Rubik. You go do other things. It's like Malo has found a way to just ignore this lane completely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Malo has unlocked the PvE version of Dota.
Yep. It was on the next expansion, right? Everyone else is out here yelling at their teammates. Mago's out here playing Farming Simulator 2022.
There was a
phase boots.
Oh, the Tusk.
Whoa.
Okay, poison over like Malo, and this
he
could
can just
work.
TP though. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do they cancel it? How?
With what?
Gojira's not close enough.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yep. Good toss back by Matthew. Bit of miscommunication there as Matthew is very keen to drop the tip. And top lane instead, there's a bit of action, but Whisper now 3 points with the Spirit Siphon. Snowball has no more Spirit Siphons though, Abo. So yeah, I don't know about this one either. It's going to have to be tag team. They're going to do it the old-fashioned way with a level 2 Fade Bolt. They will have the kill, ensuring that he cannot get off that level 1 Shallow Grave.
Yeah. I mean, at least you get a kill on the support, which is not bad, but you're like desperately trying to scrounge up for kills around the map, right? While still not putting enough pressure on the Alk. C-Smell would love to be able to take over this tower, but look at his build. Like, he's gone for a build that's supposed to be able to threaten the Alk by killing him early, but unfortunately, no Plague Gourds means no way to push this tower, right?
And here's Hector. I mean, he gets out of this one, but yeah, he's definitely not enjoying it. If you asked him... you know, if a little Windows pop-up notification came up and said, how likely are you to recommend this lane to one of your friends? He would probably put a 2 or 3 out of 10, I would say. He didn't really enjoy his laning stage too much, and now he's been officially given the boots by Sacred, who has been alone, mind you, for about a minute and a half now, ever since the 6-minute rune spawned in.
Respected, dude.
Yep.
I think people will wisen up. I think Hector will wisen up, and they won't try to win the lane against Timbersaw. Just give up on that.
Oh, a little bit of misconnections there. Just checking for the ward. Whisper at least does manage to take the tower even faster than, of course, the Timbersaw will be able to. And of course, Exo Ghost will do that with the minute 5 wagon.
Rotating bottom, Rubik, Tusk as well. All for Sacred.
Kind of difficult, especially.
Yeah. It's
Well, he
possible
actually
with Tusk,
doesn't.
though.
Yeah, no reactive armor stacks here.
Good use of the snowball there. Chuck hurts him a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Just leave Hector inside the Chuck him. There we go. And Hector should be able to finish off Sacred. Oh, Hector does not quite get that kill. Chuck almost kills him as well.
Well done.
There's the poison touch on top of that.
Very well done. Didn't even use the shallow grave, so they can even look to turn here potentially.
Oh, and then
Grave,
going for
24-second cooldown at level 1. Here comes Matthew as well. Chakram on the money. Ava, not even just the toss into the avalanche, maximizing the lockdown in order to ensure that Chakram picks it up from Sacred from range. Nicely done. Dark Malgo as well, chugging along very nicely here. Yes, indeed, for that first item, Radiance. This time around, though, there is a Whisper who is finagling himself into that top 3 of net worth.
They keep on fighting this. Matthew is trying to TP. The shallow grave will ensure it TPs.
yeah.
Well done there by Panda. And so much pressure into the Ursa lane. This really punishes... Okay, that's not a hook shot. This really punishes the Battle Fury build for Hector as well, right? Because you're constantly in his lane, Alchemist is managing to find farm, and because the Venomancer also went for a kill build, which maxes the Venomous Gale as opposed to maxing the Plague Wards, he does nothing by being solo in the mid lane. Sure, he farms Vessel, but that's it. Like that's as far as he goes.
A good vision here on Whisper. As it's going to be Sacred who annoys a couple of camps, even the Hurricane out from the Harpy. Annoying Whisper a touch. Of course, he's going to be A-okay. Plenty of healing all over on both sides, though, so really it's every single time you deplete these charges and don't get anything to show, it's a little bit of a win against the Death Prophet.
Like right now, Beastcoast got like shot in the leg, right? And they're just trying to band-aids,
tourniquets,
sandpaper, like do something.
Oh, sandpaper.
Yeah, because they don't have their actual solution, right? So they're just like coming up with solutions on the fly. No way anyone knows what a tourniquet in here on Beastcoast.
Right.
I mean, they know the word, but they don't know how to do one. How do you do a tourniquet again? It's sandpaper. Okay.
Sandpaper.
That's the one. Put salt in it. I hear that cures things.
Put more salt. I got shot. Shoot more bullets into the leg. That'll do it.
Hector's like, stop, please.
Stop it. Let me farm. What do you feel it? Battle Fury. Oh.
Oh no, the Battle Fury is a sandpaper in this analogy.
Yeah,
That's 100%.
It really is. It's not working out for him. Of course, the Alchemist with his built-in one chugging along very nicely towards that Sacred Relic. I believe still the singular most expensive item in all of Dota 2. But of course, he is making very quick work of that item. I don't remember what the Radiant Simon was last game. He had a much easier lane last time around, it should be said. He was forced to TP back once, but a couple of lane shenanigans as, of course, the Dawnbreaker still is a respectable laning presence, one that can be abused by the Alchemist. While
what are they doing?
Hold on.
This one. Poison Nova has been used early, but with the CK's damage, it just burst down C-Smile. And they ignored Gojira completely in that fight. That was a weird choice. Don't know what they were hoping to achieve with that, honestly.
Nope.
Also, is that level 1 Plague Wards? Can we check on
it ought to be, yeah. Level 2. Okay.
Alright.
Well, they were just praying to get a Vessel charge, but they're going to have to, well, keep living on that prayer for now, as Thunder are going to go ahead and make some more aggressive moves here. It's not a Blink Dagger quite yet for Matthew, but he does have at least full boots upgraded and ready to go as the wraparound from Thunder. They look to try and contest through Whisper, who again is going to out-sustain here on the Spirit Siphon versus the tanky Pakaz, who has the armlet ready to go, but now from behind, Sacred and Matthew close the door. Snowball as well, not out in time, and Gojira in more trouble. He's going to be brought back here into the stun as well from Pakaz. The Gale slows Pakaz here, creating a bit of space, but Sacred and Panda just run down C-Smile as Gojira juking through the trees. Eventually will be found, and it's just deaths after deaths after deaths, but a big pick, at least, in favor of Hector.
Well done, Hector.
Will he get away?
Here comes Sacred.
Oh, he doesn't have TP, Avo.
Not the lane again!
He doesn't have TP.
Get away from me! But there's no mana on Sacred, so I actually might not be able to kill him.
Okay, fair enough.
Good job. Who needs TP when you just don't have mana?
Yep. Easy.
He's almost finished his Battle Fury as well. Kind of close to it.
He's getting there.
Not bad, honestly, considering he actually went for phase. How is he this farm?
Yeah, just gets ran down, to be quite honest. Physical attack damage.
The matchup against Alchemist is undoubtedly good. The DP is healing a
Oh, the
ridiculous
minus
amount.
armor, Albo.
It's working though. Whisper's still alive. Here comes the help from Stinger. They throw a Crips from down, but Stinger, he didn't really get the memo.
Wow,
He played it offensively or defensively rather.
And they have an Urn and Vessel on this team.
Okay, Stinger will die. And I guess this is like just a show match at Riyadh.
Oh yeah, they didn't. Except everyone's a try-hard in this one, not just one or two players. Basically just one.
Yeah, he's just one.
Just really one, really, from the get-go. Which you're up.
Yeah.
He's fine. Just a little bit, just a bit of a whirling death.
A bit of a, hey, you come close to me.
A bit of a close shave, but nothing too bad there off of him.
Alright, no Sweeney Todd yet. Pakaz is going to decide to just push his tower bottom. I think it's fine, right? Pakaz, once again, I hope he goes for a build that's a little more active like he did with Monkey King. No, not a big farming build on the CK, but rather just trying to help out his team. Like Echo, Armlet, you know, cheap items, effective, huge power spikes. Top lane, they find Gojira. He's creating space for his team. Unfortunately, what you need to be doing right now is disturbing Alk's farm, and that's not really happening.
And Sacred's godlike off of this kill as well, 9-0-3, so they have managed to stop the Alk once. The CK, you know, still coming online with his 404 Death's Not Found build, but things are starting to come together yet again here for Thunder Awaken. And again, even if this Battle Fury is online soon for K1 Hector, he's just not going to be ready in a position for him to fight with this mega timing. It'll be BKB, Blink, probably Radiance, Alchemist by the time he's got Battle Fury and an item.
Yep.
It's scary.
Next item, I mean, I don't know. I think you might still want to deviate into Diffusal, how good this game.
And there's still an Urn and a Vessel on this team. I mean, it's a fine item for a DP,
sell the
but
the DP,
it's gotta go, unfortunately, at this stage. Just doesn't feel good because you never got a charge in it, but what can you do at this stage?
It is an odd choice to go for an Urn and the Vessel, considering like Veno is rushing that Vessel, right? Like if you're considering going for Vessel a little bit later, like you're an Invoker and you have 2 Urns for a while, I don't think it's that big a deal. But if you're rushing that Vessel and it's a pivotal part of your strategy, it does not feel like it's a good choice.
Yep.
Especially because you don't have kill potential solo. Like what? Tusk plus DP is okay. You're mostly a team fight team on Beast Coast. Stinger finds Dazzle. There's Pandamu in trouble. Does have Shallow Grave though, so he'll be able to at least disturb them for a while.
Oh yeah.
But he's gonna die.
Some decent minus armor as well onto everyone if there's any follow-up, but there isn't. Yeah, they got rid of Weave, of course, a while ago, but this new ulti is pretty unique. Every single time you cast the bad Juju itself, you end up reducing some armor. It goes with good Juju, right? So your cooldown reduction gets going. It's pretty fun to play this hero these days, to be honest. It's hard to make him work. He's pretty fun. Tiny?
Nice.
Ooh, the ice shards just a second late, just a second, just a yard shy, really.
I don't know what that means.
A yard? It's about a washing machine.
Okay. We have finally charges in the urn, so I guess now the DPs is refusing to sell the urn and they're having a fight. Sell your Vessel!
I mean, it's painful, right? Because you only get charges in one or the other depending on who's closer.
Yeah.
Vessel does not have priority as far as I know.
No, there's no priority.
Yep.
No. I guess Veno can't ever get close enough. I mean, that's part of the plan. I don't know.
It could be part of the problem, but...
Okay, now they're going to go. Hector's actually joining into this fight, but Hector gets tossed back.
Good silence.
At least the silence stops the Timbersaw from getting away. Sacred could be in trouble himself. Alkmaaro.
Stuns himself.
Very fond of that move.
It's a classic.
It really is for Alkmaaro at this point. Farming the Plague Ward instead, getting distracted. He is now towering over Hector in terms of net worth, but luckily the core-to-core matchup still favors the Ursa.
Okay, Thunder Awaken are going to be fairly happy with this. The cooldown, of course, the downtime, I should say, really when you think about these spells on the Chemical Rage is going to be heavily favoring him compared to Whisper's Exorcism cooldown. It just needs to wait another 20 seconds and they can reasonably go for Roche or just simply put another fight. Matthew as well, not going for the blink this... Oh, he is, pardon me. I was clicking on the wrong hero.
Yeah. He doesn't have it yet, so they need someone to initiate. Pakaz is playing the active role as Darkmago farms. Very good rotations on Pakaz for now.
Oh!
Nice! Vault actually avoids the Gale as well, but Darkmago gets the stun.
He still stunned him.
The snowball finishes.
As all according to plan.
Yep. See Smell. They more or less know where he is. Oh, they do see him. Never mind. They have a sentry dropped, and that's going to be See Smell dead. As a Venomancer, if you don't win your lane... which I don't think you can say he did because Alka is double his farm. You don't really have an impact in the game. Like,
So,
you're just a Vessel.
I don't know if this actually works against Roche. Yeah, okay, so Roche is not affected by the bad Juju. I believe they should change that. It would make this hero, you know, slightly more pickable. Yeah, I do think they should
He's
change
in a good
that.
spot though. I don't think he's
Dazzle?
Yeah.
No, I think he's slightly weak. I think like you should be able to pick him with more than just Alchemist and Bristleback.
I think there's more use to the Dazzle. I think teams just haven't experimented enough.
That might be the case, but
People will figure out he's like a save. He's an enchantress to save.
I just think he could be slightly more useful. I don't really see a reason why you shouldn't be able to use Bad Juju on Roche. It's not that much more minus armor, but it gives them that extra little, you know, Ice Frog nudge.
Sure. I mean, I think teams should stop needing the Ice Frog nudge and just try to new heroes instead.
That's impossible.
Narkmao. Okay, he got scouted here. Oh, he's still farming.
He's so strong though.
He is. Does he have BKB?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, good steal, I guess, from Stinger, at least taking 1 or 2 kills on Narkmao. Narkmao angry, gets the wards instead.
Thank you for your money.
But they do at least find Matthew here. Pakaz finds a kill on C-Small in the mid lane, who just has no ability, so he can't run away. And they continue. Pakaz wants to finish off Whisper. There's a Wraith Pack drop, though. That's going to reduce a lot of damage from Pakaz. As Matthew in trouble on the side lanes. I don't think he's going to be saved by the Shallow Grave. Hector's really committing to him, and Hector wants to now go for Pakaz, but realizing there's a Timber Saw in the vicinity, and he has to be a little bit careful.
They're fighting into Exo, though.
They are fighting into Exo. Here comes a Timber Saw close by. The silence, though, prevents him from landing the Chakram, which means the Ruby can get away. And that will allow beastcoast to only lose 2 heroes here, not the worst.
Nope, not too bad at all, really. Dark Mago is going to get right back to sieging here. Wants this mid-tier 1 tower down. Thunder have that now set in their sights with this first stage is 5 to 20, 19 minutes in. Hector scouted, but thrown back down to the low ground here. He'll be A-okay. No problems there for him, but tower is going to go down here momentarily. Full Lotus done for the Timber Saw to dispel that silence, dispel the Venomous Gale, as well as Pakaz with an aggressive blink in. Oh, sets up beautifully there. The Snowball save not in time, and they're immediately in on the C-Smile. The Snowball's not going to stun him up, as Dark Mago is going to go back and farm up the Wraith Pact now. Gets rid of that, plus 24 gold. Thank you very much. Both supports dead, and C-Smile soon to join them. As it's Sacred now 11, 0, and 6, diving underneath Tier 2 tower, going even further now, Abo, just to get the stacks backed up of the reactive armor. Thunder Awaken just perfectly executing yet again on this Alchemist draft.
Man, you just gotta ban the Elk. You gotta ban the Elk. Beast Coast idea of the Venomancer was not good enough. Thunder Awaken looks once again stronger, and the Elk, there's a respect ban. Honestly, though, if you had told me before this game that the Mago strategy would be to just literally ignore the lane by taking the creeps with him and go and farm the jungle, I wouldn't have believed you. It's kind of a wild play. So,
yeah,
I understand why Beast Coast was bamboozled by this. I don't think it's fair to like criticize him for this, but it did not work out, and now you're back to square one.
We've seen this before, right? Back when Bristleback mid was in meta with Envy trying it out, and then people would counterpick him with DP mid, and then he would drag the creeps behind Tier 2 tower into this very camp, and Ice Rock had to change it.
Yes. We have seen this before to like a varying degrees of effectiveness, right? Maybe it's also C-Smell's fault, right? Because once you see him do it once, why are you still going for Venomous Gale as a build? Like, why are you not maxing Plague Wards and threatening the tower? So there's also that point to be made.
I think that's a fair point of criticism.
Maybe he's also to blame. I don't know. What is certain, though, is that you can't deal with the Elk. You haven't figured it out, and I feel like it's just best if you ban it. Especially for this best of 5. You're not going to figure it out in time. C-Smile?
Oh, he might just be dead there.
It seems like he is. C-Smile has just been pummeled to death. What's the next objective? It seems to be Gojira. Gojira, though, with a Snowball survives a little bit longer, but unfortunately he's going to be killed off now. They're ignoring Hector completely. Doesn't have enough damage to actually threaten anyone, and the CK goes onto him, activates the Enrage in time. That's going to stay him for a while, but thanks to the Avalanche, they're keeping Port Hector in place, and Hector will go down underground, where you'll find his grave. Dark Mago chases after the Ghost Lady, and gonna go from Ghost Lady to Ghost Busted, as Thunder Awaken takes down 4. Actually 5, because Gojira about back there.
Who are you going to call?
Not DP, because she's dead.
No, definitely not her, and probably not this Tier 2 tower either, as Thunder are going to go right back to work here, because as confident as ever, really, he's got the full backing of his team. He knows that Dark Mago is eager to jump in, as is Matthew, as is Sacred. The mobility on this team right now kind of off the charts, and Pakaz is going to go basically this entire life without even losing the Aegis, so he barely needs the regen as well. Yep. Straight into BKB next for him. The items just keep coming as well now with a 16k net worth lead in favor of Thunder Awaken. Dark Mago is going to finish up the AC. I believe last time he went for the upgraded Swift Blink, if I'm not mistaken, at this stage. but it still has a couple more slots there to move into, right? And things are not looking still too much better for the Fuzzy Wuzzy side. He now has BKB, so he's not instantly kills, but him and the rest of his team are now struggling for some lockdown issues. That Basher needs to come online for Beast Coast to have a chance back in this game.
They're also struggling as like who deals with who, right? With whom? Because Hector is clear, you know. Ursa, who do you deal with? I got the Alchemist, you know. Don't worry, I'll 100 to 0 him. DP, who do you deal with? I think I can deal with a Timber with a Fear, and the Silence is a huge deal. Okay, Venom, who do you deal with? I guess myself? I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to counter myself.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing stopping the CK from winning these fights.
And
even with a good enrage from Hector, it meant nothing.
And it's pretty easy as well to just pop C-Smile. He's one of those heroes that you want to kill first and can kill first very easily. C-Smile's going to wait. He's going to want to try and get off a more impactful Poison Nova before he dies as Gojira blinks into the mid lane and creates a little bit of space, but mostly a little bit of gold, to be honest, for Pakaz. It's getting really difficult. Pakaz now godlike. There are 2 heroes now beyond godlike on this team. Pakaz 13-0-5 and 11-0-10 on the Timbersaw. I don't think it's too long before the Alk joins. As there's this is only his 3rd kill here actually.
Gotta get more. Let's see if we can find
Hector. Away. No chance to stand out to that one, and that'll be now 14 for Pakaz.
I think it can't be understated how valuable it is to have a carry like Pakaz. Sacred's wild.
Yeah,
I think he survives actually.
Yeah, actually he's just fine.
So I think it can't be understated how valuable it is in your team to have a carry like Pakaz who can play both the win condition, right? And also like the space creator.
Yeah.
The other carry that always comes to mind when it comes to this versatility is Matumba. And I feel like Matumba is one of the most valuable carries in the world for that very reason.
Yep. You know, I was talking to I wasn't talking to him actually. I was listening to him on stream. Oh, hold on, Matthew is dead. He tries to farm 1 wave and he just instantly dies. And they've got Vision up on the high ground where Pakaz with the Reality Rift summons the boys and kills C-Smile. Oh, and that's GG. Even through buybacks, they're just not going to waste their time in this game. This one is very far gone. Thunder Awaken now with 2 games in a row will head into game number 4 with match points on their side.
Yeah, I feel like Thunder Awaken looks like the stronger team. Like, they proposed a strategy of Alchemist, right? Beast Coast did not respond to it. This was their initial response, which was Venomancer. They didn't really seem that great. I feel like there's points to this. You know, like, on one hand, should